I'm going to show you how to set up the sheets for your affordable home plan. The first thing you need to do is come over here into your browser, and we're going to want to delete the sheets that we're not going to use for this project. And so one of the nice things about using that residential template is it sets a lot of things up for you, but a lot of this stuff we don't need. So we don't have a basement, so I'm going to delete that. We don't have a second floor, I'll delete it. We don't have a reflected ceiling plan, we're not going to do that, so I'll delete those. We're not going to have a roof plan, so I'll delete it. We'll have some elevation views. We will I'll delete one of them because we only have one. I'll delete one of the building sections. Actually, I'll delete both of the building sections. We're not going to use those. I'll delete one wall section sheet. I'll delete a detail sheet. I'll delete interior elevations, interior details. I'll delete basement electrical plan. I'll delete second floor electrical. I'll delete first floor framing, second floor framing, and roof framing. And that should give you the basic sheets that you need. So how you go in and actually add the views to the sheets. So the first one is our first floor plan. So if I look at that, notice it has this view already in the sheet. I'm going to go ahead and delete that out because that's not the appropriate view that we want to put in there. And the first thing I'm going to do is change my sheet size. So if I actually click on the sheet, I can go in here and change it to a size B sheet, which is what we're using for this project. And then you can actually click and drag. Well, first of all, let me go ahead and open this sheet size. What you should do with all of these views before you place them on the sheet is come in, and if you click show your crop region, you can see where you're cropping that window to. And if you click on it, you can actually click and drag and edit it. And so your crop region is going to be tighter, and it will allow you to put these views into your sheets without a lot of editing later. And so then I'll go ahead and turn off the crop region that we just selected. I'll go into my first floor plan, and I'll click and drag over that view. So when I do that, you can see that it's way too big. I'm going to have to change the scale. I'll change the scale to an 1/8, I think, and we'll see how that looks. Drag the view up. It looks like that's going to fit in my plan. One thing that you want to make sure you include is the little tag that tells you what view it is, and so I'll make sure I have that tag on my sheet, and I will shorten the line of that tag by clicking on the actual tag and moving it like that. And then if I click on the view, it can change the length of that tag so it's not so long. So that tells me it's a first floor annotation sheet. It's an 1/8 inch equals a foot. Do the same thing for the rest of them. I'll go ahead into my elevation sheet. Again, I need to change the sheet size to B. I'll open my first elevation over here. I'll edit that crop region. I did, so it's a little bit tighter. Then I'll turn off the crop region. And you can go ahead and add that first elevation view to your sheet. And it's going to be really big. You're going to want to change the scale of that so you can fit all 4 of them on one sheet. Try an 1/8 and see if that will work. So again, you'll continue to do the same thing until you have all of your elevations, all of your sheet set complete. You'll continue adding the elevations to the sheet until you have something that looks like this. The next thing you'll want to do is go into your schedules. So I changed the sheet size, and now you have your schedules in there for your room, door, and window. The other thing we'll want to add is the room layout plan to that. One thing that we're going to want to show is our door and window tags for this. And so if you go to View and click on Visibility Graphics, you can come down here to actually, I think they're just hidden. And so if I click Reveal Hidden Elements, they are not hidden. So if you go to your schedule sheet and just place your first floor rooms plan in that schedule, remember you might want to come in and edit your cropping region. So that it'll come in a little bit better. You can do that, edit the cropping region, and then hide the cropping region. And again, go into your schedule, and then we'll want to adjust the size. Let's see if an 1/8 will fit. Looks like an 1/8 of an inch will fit. And go ahead and place that in there. You can move your little tag up. And then you'll actually be done. You'll be done with the sheets for this project. So